today with a drive to Christmas Valley, Oregon, to check out a piece of property that we are buying to build a vacation home. We have never been to this part of Oregon before, so it's a nice little diversion. As we drive through the high desert, we notice a beautiful rock formation in the distance. It would seem, well, to us that we are the first people to ever lay eyes on it. We make a mental note to check it out on the way back. We finally get to the GPS coordinates of our new property and discover that the road is dirt and mud.
Woo! This is the road to our land. It's almost impassable.
No, it's
at
not.
Point.
It's fine. Just don't go into the water.
Obviously. And we're so far out. Who's gonna tow us out if we're stuck? Oh my god.
There's rodents crossing the road. Alright. Everything's covered in mud.
We already tried.
Yeah, it's dirt now. Muddy dirt.
How is that water still here?
Oh, probably rained a couple days ago. That's where it pulls up. Now we know where they're. We are parallel to our land on the right.
Okay, where is it?
This is it.
This is our land.
This is our land.
So, wow.
Turns out the farm across the way is one of the largest alfalfa farms on the planet. 5 acres is all mine. There really isn't much to see here yet. Give it 10 years or so. But what I'm assuming are bobcat tracks were fun to see. After we are done, we grabbed lunch in town and spoke with the locals. Everyone seemed really nice, and we head on back to our mystery rock. Turns out, it has already been discovered. Turns out, it's a national landmark. Turns out, people go to it every day. According to the literature, it was formed around 6,000 years ago when magma seeped up into water in mud. It was discovered by settlers in the 1800s who were looking for some lost cattle. They called it Fort Rock, saying it would make a good fort in wartime. Today, it is visited by tourists all over. Some people even climb or hike the rock. I'm afraid I'm not that adventurous. I prefer to take pictures from as close to the air-conditioned car as I can. The rock is very impressive close up, and it's a beautiful landmark which includes picnic tables and restrooms. There were people visiting from all over, including a couple of people who thought it was a good idea to hike the trail. No thanks. I'm already thinking it's time for a nap. I went across the highway and stopped to get some video of the other side of Fort Rock. We were in the parking lot of some outdoor museum. I considered taking the tour, but it was getting a bit late in the day and I didn't want to be rushed. The woman working there kept giving us dirty looks through the window like we were stealing something from her. The museum appeared to be of older buildings from the town that were moved here, and now you can pay to go inside each one and learn the local history. But like I said, I don't want to be rushed. On the way back to the RV, Jashawn decided she wanted to go fishing again. She also decided that she was going to take all of us with her, whether we liked it or not. Alright. Can you see me? Alright, so here's the deal. We are back at Lapine State Park, and we are going to watch Jashawn fish. Well, let me tell you, this guy had the right idea from the get-go. Here he is in a kayak with his fishing equipment, ready to catch some fish. Seriously, that's what we should have done in the first place. Jashawn finds a comfortable spot and starts fishing. I bring the snacks, and then I notice two heads bobbing up and down the water. I mean, this was literally the last thing I expected to see today. They got in the water upstream and slowly came down to this location. I mean, it was pretty cool. All right, so we are on Highway 97. We just finished fishing. I didn't do much better than my wife did, but we're looking for a pizza place. It's our last night here in La Pan, Oregon. And we're looking for a pizza place before we get on the road tomorrow and head to Rockaway Beach on the Oregon coast. So, pizza it is. Okay, so we're in a place called Ponderosa Pizza. And so we just ordered our pizza. We're just sitting here. Unfortunately, due to COVID and the ongoing coronavirus, they only let so many people in here at a time. But we got lucky. So we're just sitting here waiting for our pizza. Ponderosa Pizza. All right, so it's what is this? It's Friday the 19th, and we're just literally waking up. Last night, while I slept, a mosquito got me right on the eye, and so my eye's kind of swollen. The mosquitoes that kind of snuck into the place while you're sleeping. I guess my blood tastes pretty good because they kind of got me all over the place. So we are packing up and we are leaving, and people are slowly waking up, and we're going to head to Rockaway Beach in Rockaway, Oregon, at the Oregon coast. That's the plan, at least. That's going to be about 5 to 6 hour drive, just for giggles. And, that's that. So we're going to say goodbye to this quiet wooded area. We're going to say goodbye to La Pine until next time. Goodbye to Bend. And all the adventures that we've had. We've really enjoyed our time here, I thought. Bend has a lot to offer people. Not just skiing and rafting and all that. They have a lot to offer a lot of people. All different types of interests. A lot to do here. So we're going to definitely come back at some point, probably next year. Until then, our adventures take us elsewhere. It took us about 6 hours to get to Rockaway Beach, so I'll spare you the details. The drive was beautiful and the weather was perfect. The worst thing was having to pay for all that gas. Rockaway Beach is a small coastal town that doesn't have a grocery store, but yet manages to have 3 marijuana dispensaries. I used to go to this beach a lot when I was a kid. As a matter of fact, I have a picture somewhere of me as a kid at the old Sand Dollar Inn Motel, writing my name in the car in the ash from one of Mount St. Helens eruptions. The motel doesn't exist anymore. In fact, if you look around to the left side of your screen, you can see some railroad tracks. Most of the buildings to the right of the tracks are the original buildings from my youth, but most of the buildings to the left of the tracks are newer. Most of the old stuff has been torn down and replaced with high-priced condos. Be aware that most everything in this town closes between 6 and 8 p.m. You won't find any place to eat, and if you need groceries, you need to go to Tillamook, 30 minutes south. There is a Dollar General and a laundromat in town, so for the basic camper, you'll be doing just fine. Just pick your food up on your way into town. Our destination is Kelly's Brighton Marina, a camping and eating destination. When you book your RV space, do yourself a favor and request a low-numbered space. I have found the high numbers tend to have the louder and drunker guests. The spaces aren't too big, they really kind of cram you into them. You know how I feel about tight campsites. I don't need to hear my neighbor's every word when we are both indoors. The views, however, do make up for most of my complaints. Also, there is a pier you can crab from and a dock where you can fish from. When you go crabbing, you can either cook your own or they will be happy to cook and clean it for you. If you don't wish to cook or clean, you can purchase crab, oysters, or clams that have just been plucked out of the ocean, and they will be happy to cook and clean it all for you. People come from up and down the coast just to eat the fresh seafood here. And believe you me, one way or the other, the finished product is delicious. My favorite part of the day is after 7 p.m. Everyone's gone home and it's just quiet.
secrets and let down your head and sit with me here by the firelight.
Oh my goodness. Woo! It's a beautiful day. I got the sun in my face. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't be pointing this direction, but I just wanted to mention, you know, it's our last day here, and we've decided that what we're going to do is we're going to get in the van and we're going to take off and we're going to go to Seaside, which is just maybe half an hour, 40 minutes north, as people are driving in for the day. Hey, how you doing? People are driving in because the crabbing starts, and you know, the whole dock gets all busy, and there's a million people out there, and everybody wants to claim their spot early, or spots. So, anyway, we're going to get in the van and we're going to travel up to Seaside today. We're going to go up to Wheeler, where our friend Katie owns a beautiful bed and breakfast up there. And everyone's still sleeping right now because James woke up around 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning, and it's time to get up, but nobody's getting up, so I'm just going to let everybody sleep in. Catch up on my YouTube watching. And it's our last day here. Oh, I thought the tide was coming in. It was actually going out. Look at that. If you listen hard enough, you can actually hear chickens. A rooster. Wheeler is a small town on the Oregon coast. So small you could actually miss it if you aren't paying attention. It is literally the next town north from where we are staying. One of the crown jewels of the North Oregon coast is this yellow building, the Old Wheeler Hotel. Wheeler is a sleepy little town. Just a few hundred people live here. We're here to visit our good friend Katie, who owns the Old Wheeler Hotel. Originally built as a bordello to serve the loggers traveling in the area, this structure has been a doctor's office and the county morgue. The current owner runs it as a hotel.
I always love looking around here.
Yeah, me too.
This looks cool.
It is cool. You've been here before.
That white dress, did you ever try it on?
That was my wedding dress.
Oh, okay. That was your wedding dress?
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful.
The hotel is a bed and breakfast, though currently the county does not allow breakfast to be served due to COVID. The views are amazing and the rooms are cozy. Relaxation is of prime importance here. The decor will always remind you how the building is 100 years old. There are sitting areas as well as books to read and movies to watch. There's even a funky old door with the doorknob in a weird place.
It was salvaged from the French Revolution.
What?
Yeah, and so this was the doorknob
Yeah,
that would
reminds me of
open
Versailles.
it. And so then I found the seed glass to put in, but this was a doorway, and I thought, well, that's weird. So I found this, and it fit perfect. And I thought I can still let the light
I thought it
through.
came here.
No, I put that in about 4 years ago.
So this door came from the French Revolution.
Yes.
This wrought iron reminds me of Versailles.
Yeah.
My mother would have loved that.
What do they call it? Trellis?
Yes. Yeah. Like the
And that
lights
is
up.
very, very French with the door. But I think they had them like higher. I don't know. It just changes every 100 years.
Time to say goodbye, but we know the Old Wheeler Hotel will always be here. Our next stop is in the small town of Nehalem. There were small shops that the kids wanted to window shop in. Once we were done shopping, I mentioned I was hungry and the clerk mentioned there was a fish and chips cart right behind his store. We walk out the back door and sure enough, there was a cart as well as tables and chairs for people to sit. It was a really hot day, so we were happy to have some shade. The river going through the back was a nice touch, and we joked about how we could probably crab right there. And no joke, this was the best fish and chips I have had in years. We are done with lunch and it's time to get on the road. Seaside is waiting for us. Seaside is a touristy town. People go there not just for the beach, but for other amusements as well. To be honest, I have been going there for years and I have never set foot on this beach. Traffic can be insane. The smart thing to do is to head to the promenade and just find a place to park. You can do and see everything by foot. There is ice cream and candy shops everywhere, elephant ears for sale, and kitsy knickknacks. Pay no attention to the 3 pounds of saltwater taffy I just got. In the center of the excitement is Carousel Mall. It was built in 1984 on the grounds of an old concert hall. Today there are several stores, shops, and even an arcade. Of course, the carousel is what brings the kids. This carousel was purchased brand new for this mall in 1984 from the Berngo Manufacturing Company and shipped here from San Francisco. Yep, works perfect. Lily has recently started collecting rocks. There's a store here that sells rocks that literally cost more than any car I have ever purchased. Oh, hi, Rose. I didn't know you were there. You are there. Oh, here we go. Are these... Is this what I think it is? Oh. I thought they were magnets. Magnets? Oh, up there. Thank you. Alright, we're here at Carousel Mall. I'm trying to figure out what magnet I want. I'm kind of leaning towards this one here, but I'm not quite sure yet. Alright, so that's the magnet I chose because we're at Carousel Mall. You gotta do something with the carousel, so that's the theme. Oh, the best restaurant of 2016. Yeah, they suck ever since. Seaside is believed by some to be the ending place of the Lewis and Clark Trail. This has been hotly debated by some historians. Regardless, the promenade has a turnaround which features a statue of Lewis and Clark looking out at the sea that they long to find in their journey. Some have said that Lewis and Clark set up camp on the beach and then started boiling seawater for salt. Our final stop is at the arcade. It also has a pizza place connected to it, which always smells amazing and always tastes like cardboard with canned tomato sauce. The arcade is large and even has air hockey and bumper cars. There are scores of games that pay out tickets, so you too can pay $30 for games that will win you $5 worth of cheesy crap you'll have thrown away before you've left town. But the kids love it, though it is an expensive diversion. Jashawn and I don't have to listen to them for a good 20 minutes. 40 minutes if you include how long it takes for them to pick out all the cheesy crap at the end of the day. And so concludes yet another exciting episode of Dave's Family RV. Our next trip will take us to a hot spring in Oregon that we thought no one knew existed. And it turns out everybody was there.